Hi there and welcome. Thank you for participating in this chemical training course. This training session is relevant to the chemical mixing station that is located at your workplace, which is called a Select 4. This course has 4 main modules that will be covered and will take approximately 20 minutes. We highly recommend that all participants ensure that you have minimal distractions, turn mobile phones on silent, and that you have a pen and paper ready if required. Symplee is a Brisbane-based business that supply the chemicals which are being used on your site. Symplee are an eco-friendly focused business offering sustainable products which are safe for both you and the environment. The chemicals being used on your site are made using biodegradable ingredients, plant-based surfactants, are Australian made and owned, are made using eco-friendly formulations, and use recyclable packaging. Today we will be covering 4 main modules for safely using chemicals in the workplace. Module 1 is chemical safety. Module 2 is a general guide to first aid. Module 3, chemicals in use. And Module 4, operating the chemical dilution dispenser located on your site. Let us begin. In this module, we will be covering all information relating to chemical safety. This includes safety data sheets, otherwise known as SDSs, product labelling, personal protective equipment, otherwise known as PPE, and best practice safety. Safety data sheets. An example of a safety data sheet is on the right-hand side of your screen. A safety data sheet contains information regarding the chemical composition of the product being used. The product name will be located at the top of this form and include information such as hazardous identification. It also includes composition information regarding the ingredients contained in this product. When it comes to safety data sheets, both the employer and you as the employee have responsibilities. The employer responsibilities include the following: to have SDSs available for all hazardous chemicals, to ensure that all safety data sheets on site, both digital and paper copies, are within date. Safety data sheets have a validity of 5 years. And to ensure that workers are aware of the location of the safety data sheets and have unrestricted access to them. Your responsibilities as an employee are to be aware of where the location of these safety data sheets are. If an emergency occurs, it is essential to locate a copy of this safety data sheet and provide this to emergency services. Product labelling. Once again, when it comes to product labelling, both the employer and you as the employee have responsibilities. The employer's responsibilities include ensuring that chemicals are clearly labelled in line with your workplace health and safety regulations. Also, to replace any damaged labels or damaged containers. The employee's responsibilities are to ensure that only the bottles provided by the employer are being used. Only the correct bottle is being used for the specified product on the label. And to discard any damaged labels or containers and ensure that a request for new ones is put through. Please remember, any unlabeled chemical is always hazardous. Personal protective equipment, otherwise known as PPE. Personal protective equipment must be provided based on the risks that are involved and should be selected after a risk assessment has been performed. Selecting, providing, and maintaining safety equipment and PPE must also ensure the following. The personal protective equipment being used needs to be selected based on the worker, the work task, and the work environment. The PPE needs to be made from suitable material to provide a physical barrier between the chemical in use, the skin, the eyes, and the lungs. PPE should always be easily accessible. It needs to be available in the correct fit, size, or length to ensure that all employees are able to use. And PPE needs to be maintained or replaced regularly to ensure that it is effective in performance. Personal protective equipment does come again with responsibilities for both the employer as well as you as the employee. The employer's responsibilities are to provide training and information that helps you identify what PPE should be used for each task. It is essential that they provide all necessary PPE which is required to carry out your work safely, and to replace any damaged, lost, broken, or contaminated PPE. Your responsibilities as an employee are to ensure that you actually wear the required PPE, to ensure that all reusable items of PPE are returned clean and to the designated storage area, and most importantly, to report any damaged, lost, broken, or contaminated PPE to your employer. Best practice safety. Never mix chemicals together. If the products are incompatible, the result could be very hazardous, cause injury, or even death. If a chemical is not doing the job it is intended to, ensure that you speak to management and do not improvise. It is essential to become familiar with the different chemicals being used on your site. This includes which chemical is to be used for what task, as well as who should be using them. If you notice a product being used for the wrong purpose or on the wrong surface, always say something. The outcome of using the wrong product could be dangerous, not only to those around you, but to yourself as well. If you are unsure of which chemical should be used for a specific cleaning task, always ask someone who knows. If you are unsure if a chemical is hazardous, do not use this chemical. When using chemicals, it is essential to identify if you should be using a spray trigger or a pivot cap. Pivot caps are usually used when chemicals that may cause skin, eye, or inhalation irritation need to be minimized. Pivot caps are used to reduce the risk by swapping out a trigger for a pour or pivot cap. This will eliminate the atomization of this product into the air, which will affect those around you. Remember that even natural products such as vinegar and lemon juice can cause people with respiratory conditions to have discomfort or a level of reaction. In Module 2, we will cover a general guide for first aid. This includes for the following circumstances: inhalation, skin contact, eye contact, and ingestion. First aid guide for inhalation of chemicals. Remove the victim from exposure. Avoid becoming a casualty. Remove contaminated clothing and loosen any remaining clothing that may be contaminated. Allow patient to assume the most comfortable position and ensure to keep them warm. Keep them at rest until fully recovered, and seek medical advice if the effects persist. First aid guide for skin contact with chemicals. Harsh chemicals remove fats from the skin, leaving the skin feeling quite slippery. The effects may be delayed. If skin or hair contact occurs, immediately remove contaminated clothing. Flush hair and skin with running water. Continue flushing with water until advised to stop by the Poisons Information Centre or a doctor. Or alternatively, rinse for 15 minutes and seek medical advice. First aid guide to potential eye contact with chemicals. If chemical is located in the eyes, hold eyelids apart and flush the eyes continuously with running water. If only one eye is contaminated, ensure water is flushed away from the unaffected eye. Continue flushing until advised to stop by the Queensland Poisons Information Centre or a doctor, or for at least 15 minutes flush the eye and seek medical advice. First aid guide for potential ingestion of chemicals. Rinse mouth with water. If chemical has been swallowed, do not induce vomiting. Give a glass of water to drink. Never give anything by mouth to an unconscious patient. If vomiting occurs, give further water and ensure that you seek medical advice. In Module 3, we will cover the chemicals in use on your site. Using the correct hygiene and cleaning products in your working environment. Symplee E1 Eco-Neutral Cleaner. As you will see from the image, the 5-litre drum and the 500ml bottles have the same label. This is to ensure that there is no contamination or mixture of chemicals in the spray bottle. The E1 Eco-Neutral Cleaner is a pH-neutral blend of detergents and softening agents which are designed to break up and remove grease and grime from all hard surfaces. This can be used on walls, floors, bench tops, etc. When using this product, ensure that it is used first to remove visible soiling that allows bacteria to multiply. Apply the diluted product directly to the surface or to a clean cloth. Wipe the surface to agitate and remove the soiling. Then rinse with a clean, damp cloth and dry the surface. All instructions on how to use this product are located on both the spray bottle as well as the 5-litre drum. Symplee E2 Eco No Rinse Sanitizer. E2 Eco No Rinse Sanitizer is a hospital-grade food area sanitizer that can be used in a non-rinse application. This product kills 99.9% of bacteria that remains on the surface after cleaning. When using this product after the surface has already been cleaned and removed visible soiling, it is used to kill the remaining bacteria. Apply diluted product directly to the surface or using a clean cloth. Allow the product to air dry on the surface. It is essential to note that once diluted into the bottle, this sanitizer should be discarded and replaced every 24 hours to retain the hospital grade specification. Symplee E3 Eco Bathroom Cleaner. This product is designed to effectively clean, disinfect and deodorize toilet bowls, sinks and areas with urine or calcium buildup. This product will remove scale and buildup and stop the process of mineral staining. To use, apply the diluted product directly to the bowl or sink and allow it to dwell for 1 minute. Then proceed to scrub the surface with a brush or cloth, then rinse or flush the surface. This product will maintain the hygiene as well as the appearance of all bathroom fittings and fixtures, and therefore will extend the life, service and cleanliness of the bathroom. Once again, all dilution ratios and how to use are located on the label of your bottle. Symplee E4 Eco Air Freshener. The E4 Eco Air Freshener is designed to neutralise and effectively eliminate contaminants which cause bad odours. This product will replace the smell with a fresh, clean scent and can ideally be used around bins, toilets, down drains, in sinks, etc. When using this product, apply the diluted product directly to the drain or bin, or alternatively, apply it to a cloth and wipe over the surface. Allow the product to air dry on the surface and the smell will resonate. Scents and smells play a big part in the impression people get when they enter into a room. Dirty smells or smelly drains can often give a bad impression that the area is dirty despite being spotless. Using a good quality air freshener helps to reinforce the clean look of a room and improve the experience of being within the space. Symplee E5 Eco Glass Cleaner. The E5 Eco Glass Cleaner is specially formulated to penetrate and dissolve dirt on glass surfaces. This product is highly concentrated, however provides a fast drying and streak-free solution. When using this product, apply the product directly to the windows or to the mirrors, alternatively to a clean, dry cloth. Wipe the surface with a microfiber cloth until soil is removed. Windows will dry clean and streak-free. It is essential to display a professional and well-maintained facility that gives clients reassurance that the provider promotes high levels of hygiene. Module 4. Operating the chemical dilution dispenser and changing the empty chemical containers. The image on the left shows a Select 4 chemical mixing station. The unit which is installed on your location will look very similar to this. It is essential to familiarise yourself with this chemical mixing station. You will note there is a dial at the base which can select different types of chemical when turned. There is also a bottle and a bucket button which will disperse into different tubes for different purposes. Operating the dispenser, bottle fill function. Firstly, locate the correct color-coded bottle for the chemical required and the cleaning task at hand. Insert the short hose into the designated color-coded bottle all the way to the bottom. This will ensure that it prevents foaming and overflow. Rotate the dial at the bottom of the mixing station to match the product name and color of the bottle that you are refilling. Push and hold the bottle button as indicated on the image until you have enough of the solution in the bottle to complete your task. Once completed, cease pressing this button and remove the tube. Then add the appropriate spray trigger or pivot cap. It is essential to note that this solution is diluted with water already and it is ready to use. Do not add additional water or chemical to your spray bottle. Operating the dispenser, bucket fill function. Locate an appropriate bucket for floor mopping. Insert the long hose on the right into the bucket ensuring it is correctly aimed into the bucket. Please note, when using the bucket fill hose, the chemical dispensed cannot be changed using the dial. Only one kind of chemical will be dispensed based on your requirements. Once the hose is located in the bucket, push and hold the bucket button on the right. When it is filled to the desired level, cease pressing this button. Return the hose hanger clip to the dispenser holder or into the cleaning sink once completed. Once again, please note, this solution is already diluted with water and ready to use. No additional water or chemicals should be added to the bucket. Changing the empty chemical containers. Only change one empty container at a time. This will avoid mixing up chemicals and hose lines. Remove the empty bottle from the rack or cupboard and place it into the sink or in a bucket. Place the correct full refill bottle onto the rack or on the floor. Remove the cap from the full bottle, unscrew, and remove the stem as pictured on the right-hand side. Then insert this stem into your full bottle and tighten the cap. Replace the cap on the empty container to ensure that there is no leakage when discarding into a recycling bin. Troubleshooting common issues with the dilution dispenser. If you experience any difficulty with using this machine, please ensure that you follow the following items. Check that the water taps are on and fully opened. This can be hot or cold tap. Secondly, check that the water diverter is open towards the dispenser connection hose. This is indicated on the image on the right-hand side with the orange arrow. Thirdly, check the chemical containers are not empty or very low. If they require changing, please proceed to do so. If all of these steps have not resolved the issue, please ensure that you advise management that you've performed these checks and that it has not fixed the problem. It is essential to never attempt to fix, open, or change the chemical mixing station or tubes accordingly. If you are unsure, please liaise with your management or call us on the sticker which is located on the chemical mixing station. This chemical training course has come to completion. Thank you for participating. It is essential for us to read the following disclaimer. Symplee and its representatives are not workplace health and safety professionals and are therefore not responsible for the training or compliance of any worker or workplace health and safety regulations by law. The information gathered in this document is to be used as a guide only. It is based on information gathered from WorkSafe, and we encourage that all information and documentation used to ensure a safe workplace should be sourced through the Workplace Health and Safety Office Workers' Compensation Regulator. Thank you and have a good day.